States as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Hoosiers will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies offense will get first crack at it today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man in the middle. Turning it on. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle, it's Bush. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Maddox. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another day.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bush. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Nice to have the doink work in your favor every now and then, off the left upright and through. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will go to work for the first time today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offense coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Off play action on first down. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on second down. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Hoosiers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Algier. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Hoosiers look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Under fire. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
He's looking deep. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Makes the grab. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off the play fake. With the catch, it's Silver. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Maddox. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got him downfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost yardage on that last one. It's second and 11. Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A third down try for the offense. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Give him 6. Touchdown, Washington. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Washington, 10, Indiana, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's open. Really good job. Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Algier. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tight end now in motion. Trying to barge their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And the Huskies buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They go right back to it. Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Finding open areas.
Brings it out to the 29. And your Indiana Hoosiers will take over.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Makes the grab over the middle. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust.
There he goes. He gets it up from midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Got room at the 35. He'll work his way down to the 28. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Got his man quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Weeks. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The defense calls a timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Hoosiers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Washington.
Line gets set, 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his 1st incompletion of the game.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a 1st half like that there in Bloomington. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to?
Oh, he's got some space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Algier. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball, I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's another safety. Can you believe this? 2nd of the game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Breaks into the open. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Wide open downfield. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Algier. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. The official says no good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Silver. Turning it on! Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Works the middle. And just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. The give on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one up.
He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. It'll be a draw. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the 1st down. It'll be 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A strike downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So 1st down will open up the final period. They go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. There he goes. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far to avoid the upset. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, running back on the move. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Maddox. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. From the gun, give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
He's got it. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside, probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The eyes now turn to the defense to see whether they can keep this lead intact late in the fourth. Pressure coming. And the defense, got him at the 27. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rides the back on the option to give. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted deep in his own end. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Got some room to run. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.